Alright, so let's take a look at their You Watch Too Much Kodocha win list, and I believe I looked at a list similar to this on one of the previous Kodocha deep dive episodes, but let's take a look at this one. You watch too much Kodocha when you come to school with pigtails and babbit pins. And I would totally do that if I had watched Kodocha when I was a child, but unfortunately when I saw Kodocha I was around the age of 23, so if I came to work with pigtails and babbit pins on, they'd probably tell me to go home and change. Your room is wallpapered with Kodocha posters. That'd be pretty cool. Now, I've actually never seen that many Kodocha posters. I actually got my hands on a rare Funimation poster. I don't know what it came with. I think it might have came with one of the DVDs or the Babbit box. I got that on eBay a while ago, but fortunately I don't have the time or the money to get all the Kodocha posters that I want, and I would have a Kodocha posters all over my wall as a grown adult. I don't care what other people think. Alright, your favorite meal is cornflakes mush. I don't know about that one. You watch too much Kodocha when you want a balloon hammer and whack people with it at random. Yeah, I'd totally do that, especially to my husband. You have laid out a huge plan to kidnap the Easter Bunny and attach wings to it. When this fails, you take a trip to the local pet store and buy a white rabbit. Bum bum bum. Whenever you eat sushi, you promise yourself to save some for Hayama. Aww, isn't that sweet? You watch too much Kodocha when you try to force your mother to wear a Beanie Baby squirrel on her head. And I would make my mom do this. And my mom's pretty chill, so she probably would. And, oh, I love it. The next one says, your mother agrees to the above. Yes, she would. Okay. You watch too much Kodocha when you have a sudden desire to become an actress or actor, which, honestly, watching Kodocha did make me more interested in acting. I've never really considered it for myself before, but I do have, stage experience. I was a musician when I was a teenager and did a lot of shows, so I could probably translate that into acting, but honestly, if I ever got into theater, I'd want to be a writer. Alright, classmates have begun to fear your Hayama karate chop. And yes, that is a very tough chop. I mean, it stops Tsuyoshi from raging after all, so it's pretty powerful. If the rabbit you bought from the pet store just doesn't do the job as Babbit, you tear the crescent moon sticker off your white cat, who was a victim of your Sailor Moon obsession, and put bunny ears over its real ears, bat wings on its back, and a heart on its stomach. Wow. That sounds like animal abuse to me. Don't try this at home. Anybody who's under the age of 18 watching this, or honestly any age, don't try this at home. Alright? You insist that the movie theater replace all its movies with Kodocha episodes. I'd be down for that. I mean, I haven't seen a good movie in the movie theater in a long time, so, I mean, why not? You give Kodocha-related gifts as birthday presents. I'd do this. My husband watched Kodocha with me, and he liked it. He wasn't into it after, like, the second arc, but, I mean, it did get a little fillery after that, but... Alright, you memorize every episode title, and the dialogue in it, the sound effects, and the names of the background music. I'm almost there. I haven't memorized every episode title, but I have memorized a lot of the dialogue, definitely all the sound effects, and definitely the music, since I am really into music. Your friends often see you skipping along happily, humming to the song Panic. It's not really a hummable song, is it? Let me try to do it. Kind of. Alright, 7 o'clock is your favorite time of day, and we all know what that's referencing. You own every Kodocha CD you could get your hands on. Almost. I'm missing the second one, but eventually I'll get my hands on it. You've replaced your Fushigi Yugi desktop theme with a homemade Kodocha one. I'm not sure what Fushigi Yugi is. Is it an anime? Here's a confession. I like a lot of anime, but I don't like a lot of anime. I've always liked anime since I was younger. I first watched Naruto. But honestly, like, I'm not really, like, super into the genre itself of anime. But the animes that I do like, I'm super into them, if that makes any sense. So, alright, your friendly psychiatrist from the last anime obsession is baffled by your extremely strange behavior. However, after watching just one episode of Kodocha, she gains sudden understanding. She now turns her efforts towards the creator of the show, who you consider a genius. I hope that happens to me in real life. You tell your teachers they must obey your every command, or you'll use this picture, or use the picture. Dun dun dun. And you all know what the picture is. You decide that the only reason your friends don't watch Kodocha is because they aren't gutsy enough to withstand extremely large amounts of hyperness. And that's probably true. I mean, I tried to get some friends into Kodocha and they just didn't get it, But luckily I had a few friends who did, so. The United States government has declared Kodocha a hazard to your health and the public's and banned it from every being within 10 feet of you. You argue that it goes against your constitutional rights and protest. Finally, they decide you're more of a danger to the citizens without Kodocha than you are with. That is so random. You watch too much Kodocha when you change your name to Babbitt. Well, I'd change my name to Sana first, honestly. You plot way to kill Natsumi for trying to interfere with Sana and Hayama's beautiful relationship. A friend reminds you he only exists on paper and is made of ink, so your plan includes large amounts of whiteout. That's terrible. That is terrible, guys. Like, Natsumi was honestly, like, most of the time trying to make Sana happy. Like, what the heck? Like, even when, he knew that she loved Akito. Like, oh my gosh. That's brutal. Alright, you've actually received a mysterious letter from the guy you think is Hayama, giving you full support for this plot. Oh, wow. You've actually received, you are not only in the Kodocha fan club, you're the president. Well, I hope to be the president of the Kodocha fan club. We need to make a new one, guys. So, message me on Discord if, I guess our Discord server technically is like a fan club, but... You spend years at animation school just so you can one day make a show called The Adventures of the Mini Kodochas. So, I'm not sure what that would be all about. Alright. You lose sleep over thinking about why Hayama's been ignoring Sana. Yeah. I remember losing sleep over that. I mean, not really losing sleep, but I did think about it a lot. And I'm being totally serious here. You've created an English version of the song, and you know it by heart, which is the opening of 7 o'clock news. I actually did. I went on and I tried to do an English version of it with vocals, but I couldn't get it to sound right, so I gave up on it pretty quickly. In the middle of the night, your parents are woken up by your crying. When they ask what's wrong, you reply, Hayama and Sana had a fight, wailing louder than Usagi could ever whine. I'm assuming this person's a big Sailor Moon fan, because there's been a lot of Sailor Moon references in this video. You've had dreams about Kodocha, many dreams. I actually have. I had one where, like, I was with Sana and Akito in a car, and, like, we were lost. This was around the time when I went on vacation, so it would make sense I would dream about that. You've had nightmares about somebody stealing your Kodocha tapes. Wow. You can tell the age of this blog, or this website, which this is from 2001, by the way. When talking about Kenshin, you call Sano Sana. So Kenshin's, that's an anime about the samurai, right? And finally, you've discovered the meaning of life, to watch every Kodocha episode ever. And I totally agree. end with something really cool that I found recently, which I'm sure a lot of hardcore Kodocha fans might have already seen, but I wanted to share just in case there are people out there who haven't seen it, because I think it's pretty cool. So recently I stumbled across the Miho Abana blog, and she talks a little bit about Kodocha in some of her posts, and she mentions some things from her personal life. So I just wanted to take a quick look at that, because there's some interesting stuff to look at. So the first post that I wanted to cover was actually her mentioning the Eternal Shoujo Cafe with the Kodocha menu items. So she shows us which the yummiest looking item here definitely has to be the Maro drink. It looks really good. I'm definitely a big fan of chocolate, and chocolate shakes are my favorite. So from what I can tell, it looks like an iced coffee, and I see that there's there's Japanese text underneath the labels here. I'm not exactly sure they say it. I probably should have Google translated that, because I don't know any Japanese, so but as always, I try to do these fan site deep dives, have them pretty chill and laid back, so maybe I'll put it down in the comments. But it looks like an iced coffee, maybe with an iced mocha coffee. I don't know, what do you guys think? And then above that we have I'm gonna say it's some sort of egg and tofu dish? I don't know. You'd think I know more about this stuff as someone who, covers anime on YouTube, but honestly I don't. I apologize, but that looks pretty delicious too. I can't tell if that's a dessert or, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna take a look at, it actually is it's something from Obana's personal life, and I just wanted to share because I thought it was adorable. And I believe that these two kitties are hers, and they look very content. So, not a whole lot to say about that, but I do find that super adorable and charming. And then the last thing I wanted to point out, now she talks about all of her different series on her blog, but of course, she talks about Kodocha. And I wanted to talk about this post because I thought it was really funny. And this was around the time when, back in 2020, with all the lockdowns and everything. And she brings up that part in the manga when Sana builds that thing around her to keep Akito away after, he kissed her. And, and she says, "Now that I think about it, the Yoki Hayama, Sana's idea, perfect for keeping social isn't it perfect for keeping social distance?" So, there's an idea. Instead of, wearing face masks, we could, build up build up a little thing like Sana and go out in public. It would be pretty interesting. I think only Kodocha fans would get it, so probably no one going out in public would know what that is. But yeah, that's about it for the Obana blog. I will post it down below in the description. There's some other little oddities and cute things to look at about her life, and I know she also talks a little bit about her family, and she's a wife now and a mother, and I think that's really cool, and I'm super happy for her. I think that's awesome. And she seems to be a very simple. She likes the simplicity in life, I think. That's just the kind of the vibe I got from her blog. But that's about it for today's episode in the Kodocha Deep Dive series. I'll definitely continue making these. I know a lot of people enjoy them, and it's a nice break from my more scripted and structured videos. And I always like looking at this old content and trying to preserve it, because you never know with the internet. There are a lot of things that, you think will be on there forever, and then poof, they're gone. So, But yeah, it's really fun documenting this, all this stuff, and I hope people continue to watch the videos and enjoy them, and as always, please let me know in the comments what you think, and give this video a like, share it with your friends, and I will see you next time. Thank you.